Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Queen's Wish. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today as, we found something interesting. I thought it was going to be a mine full of scorpions. I was going to say that, but this is different. There is a narrow tunnel in the cliff wall here, shored up by old dry logs. This played out mine was abandoned well before the rebellion began. Oh no, it's not about rebels. You poke inside and don't find anything, and just some scorpions. Okay. Well, last episode we had a little bit of trouble. Let's do Haven's Might. We had a little bit of trouble with, ooh, that actually works quite well. With the scorpions that we found on the other bit. And, so I'm just gonna go immediately with Haven's Might, so it's just a little bit easier on us. An evasion over there, not a fan. A critical over there. My god, Terrence just crits for days. We got an invasion over here. Really interesting. Okay, this is potentially good. 3, 2. Moving up doesn't matter, so I'm just going to stay here and do the whirlwind. There, we got a little bit of bacon. 40 damage. Was unbelievable. 40 damage. I do have a better weapon now, but still. Block damage vulnerable now. It's fine by me. Critical. Ooh, that is potentially a game over for that one over there. Because it's so little health. And you're not poisoned, though. Evasion. Oh, that's lovely. And I'm betting that you will indeed die of poison. And you did! That's pretty good. Oh, evasion. And we got it. Now that the bugs are dead... Ooh. In the back of the cave, you find something of value. There is a cache of quality... Oh, stone. As well as some silver ore. You make note of some, to send some soldiers to collect it. So we got a little bit of money and a little bit of stone. The money is appreciated, I suppose. The stone, not so much. Yeah. We have people over here. Can I talk to them, or are they too afraid... for that? They're sort of converging. Oh no, yeah, I had you. And this leads to a gate. It could be a gate, or it could be just the city itself. There's a narrow pass through the mountains to the south. It leads from the heart of Vollands to the south coast, the core of the Owen Rebellion. A mighty fortress blocks the path. Owen rebels line the ramparts, a sufficient force to repel any assaults from the Masha. If this pass fell, there is a good chance that the rebellion would end. Yeah, let's, I'm not really sure I want to do that at the moment. The massive jagged mountain chain that separates the barren central vol from the greener coast has very few passes in it. The Smoky Peaks are one of them. A narrow valley extends through the mountains here. It is guarded by one gated wall after another, guarded by desperate and fanatical Owen rebels. Yeah, so fanatical for not being slaves. These radicals. You can see why the wealthier, stronger Masha haven't been able to stop the Owen. Even the mighty force of the South Battalion would have major losses taking this fortress without the Owen's permission. You won't be able to pass through. Oh, that's curious. You should... Oh, I'm sorry. You should go to Madraka. Thanks. We are not important. Thanks. I love it. It's good. We do need to go to Madraka, though. But, there are few humble plots of farmland around the oasis, trying to eke out a bit more food to keep the settlements around here functional. You meet a few of the locals, harmless folk trying to stay safe in a time of war. Surprisingly, they seem to have heard of you. They wave as you pass. You have a good reputation in the Owen lands. Thanks. I don't remember what I did. You see a caravan of Vol merchants, accompanied by several guards. They are alert for raiders from the Vol and Masha armies. You seem safe, so they approach you. The sun is baking hot, but it barely affects them. Their wagons are full of useful supplies. By this time in the game, you should already have spotted some words that are used way more than others. Baking is definitely one of them. We're hearing it right now, and we also just we heard another one down there, but I forgot what it was. Thus also the wastes. They just mentioned wastes a lot. But maybe it's just not the game. I've only really been noticing the repetition of certain words here in the vol, not so much before. But maybe it was already before. But there was another one, and I forgot. I saw it, and I just, didn't comment because I'm not going to comment about all those things. I'm going to talk to them. They are friendly traders. They are understandably nervous about strangers on the road, but then they realize that you are a Havenite. They have been sent by their clans to trade with Havenite forts. This is very common in vassal states. When vassal states don't want Haven around, Haven's gold does a lot to make you welcome. I'm not sure I understand what I just read, but I hope you do, amazing viewer. I'm going to look at their goods. You look at their supplies. It's all useful stuff to keep a fort running, but there's no equipment you can use. Okay, I can give them directions to a Haven fort. Fortunately, you have rebuilt one of Haven's fortresses in the vol. You give the soldiers directions, they march off in the correct direction. Your battalions are strong, but Haven is never able to control a vassal state without getting equipment and supplies from the merchants there. Or from anybody, not necessarily the merchants. There's a force of Owen warriors patrolling the wastes. The rebels walk close to you, checking to make sure that you aren't spies or scouts of the Masha to the north. They recognize you, and then they give you a friendly wave. They must have heard that you are friends to the Owen. They move on. Interesting, so they just disappear. As you might have noticed, like, the moment we talk to them. No, there it is. So these don't disappear. And we can just keep having that conversation, which is really interesting. Okay, I'll continue. Where are we right now? So we're going east. And we have the... No, we're down here. Colonel. I exacerbate myself. There's some fire wolves. Exacerbate, that's also not the word. Exasperate, that's the word. There's some red wolves. They're hellhounds. It's fine. It's fine. Hellhounds are friends. I'm gonna pull back because they're friends. I'm gonna do a Haven's Might. And we're just gonna start throwing love letters at them with our arrows. Okay. Alright, the moving back didn't really matter. Well, as it turns out, the haste definitely did. We got some evasion. And you are ready for a whirlwind, Mario. Unfortunately, I should have moved over there, but it's fine. Let's get... so you're almost dead, so a whirlwind is definitely gonna kill you. You got a little bit of damage there. In fact, I probably shouldn't rely too much on the whirlwind because of evasions, speaking of which. So I'm in a good position here. It's a shame that they make doggy sounds. That's slow. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, these hellhounds shouldn't make doggy sounds. I think that should be forbidden by law. What do we have over here? You search the nest and find a scattering of semi-precious stones. You loot them, and you pay for today's price of iron, basically. That's fair enough. We are getting the bonuses of all the iron that we didn't waste, but spent. This road slopes down towards the east shore of the Vol. You see an enormous castle built on the coast. It has been largely abandoned. There are still a few peasants wandering around, but the castle is overgrown and quiet, as is the road. No, that's a lie. It is a lie. Because several Vol guards are blocking the road. A few are Owen, most are free. All of them are sweaty, exhausted. Oh, the Owen are free as well. Interesting. It's the first time they're specifically talking about the non-Vol, non-Masha, non-Owen people as free. All of them are sweaty, exhausted, and underfed. It seems like they were just forgotten and abandoned here. They dutifully rise and move to block your path. They don't even draw their weapons. Their leader asks, "Who are you?" I'm a Prince of Haven. They're quite surprised. They look at each other, then they step out of the way. "We're sorry. We don't want to bother anyone important. We were just left to guard Castle Andesite." Castle Andesite? He points to the castle to the south. "Glorious, isn't it? It was beautiful. Now it's abandoned. So it's ugly. Some still work the land, but the castle was left to pests." Why was the castle abandoned? "It was at the beginning of the rebellion. We don't know what happened. We serve out here. There was a battle. The Owen fought the guards. The Lord and Lady fled, we think. A lot of people ran past us in the night. That was a few years ago. Nobody came back to claim the place. And who's in charge of the castle now? I don't know. None of us have been close. Some pests snuck in. We know that. We hear the snarls and hisses at night. And why are we still here? Oh, we were ordered. The Lord and Lady made our families guards of the land. Oh, right, of the lands. The plurals for days. Yeah, made our families guards of the lands. We have been for generations. They left, but we still have our duty. They might be back someday. They don't seem convinced. Right. So you're just slaves. Or maybe that's not what it is. Maybe they are living here? Because I don't think they are living here. Like, in the sense that this is not their land. Because otherwise, why don't you leave? Because this is where we live. It's just how they do. Anyway, how do you survive? The farmers who remain give us food. They don't have much, but they share it. We keep them safe. Well, I admire your dedication. Not really, but I'm gonna say it. They smile weakly. You pass. They nod. They wave you by, and you continue, and they continue their miserable vigil. Oh boy. So farmers over here, I suppose. Excuse me. I'm looking for a castle that has been abandoned. More than anything, I'm looking for a teleport point. Can you please stop running away from me? My God. You meet a few farmers. After Castle Andesite was abandoned, they stayed on. The rebellion leaves this place alone, and they can at least keep themselves fed. They warn you to stay out of the castle. There are a lot of beasts in there now. The farmers hear them howl every night. Well, let's hope that there's also an iron mine in there, because that's where I'm going. And more miners. These are the homes of a few farmers who stayed at the castle after the Lord and Lady were gone. Most are free, but a few are Owen. Oh. It's also, yeah, I say they're slaves because it's the Lord and Lady. I mean, it's like, this is as traditionally slave-ishness as it gets. It might have some feudalistic undertones, which isn't necessarily all that much better. But still, it might be that, but it doesn't sound like it is. Anyway, you approach the front gate of Castle Andesite. This was a beautiful castle once, and now it's ugly. Settled on one of the largest patches of fertile land in the Vol, you would guess that it's been abandoned for 5 or 6 years. You have never seen a castle that has been abandoned for 200 years, and it still looks amazing. The gate is cracked open, inviting you to squeeze inside and get yourself into trouble. Who knows what squatters were attracted to such a glorious estate that is ugly now. The glorious, ugly estate. So we're good out there, and this is just a traditional Disney castle, I'm thinking. There it is. Castle Andesite. We can go there. So let's go to Fort West Bay. Get rid of all the bad things. Mostly heal, basically. And then go back to Castle Andesite for 7 more hours. What do we have over here? You step inside Castle Andesite. It's a glorious old castle, even by Haven standards. The Vol truly know how to work stone. However, the castle has been abandoned. There is trash everywhere. Also, unnervingly, bones. Because bones are not trash. You hear snarling and hissing coming from the broken windows above you. This place has been abandoned for years, at least as long as the rebellion has been going on. Well, there are indeed bones, which would sort of imply animals. Well, maybe that animals use this as a nest. We have a lipping lizard. It leapt at me. No, don't do damage. I want to go through without taking damage. So much better. Oh. Okay. Evasion. Block damage with a ranged weapon. I didn't know that was possible. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. To be there. I thought I wanted to be here. Okay. So, off to a good start. Just leaping lizards. We have a statue. A stone tablet. that has been erected in front of a massive, imposing statue of a Vol warrior. There is writing chiseled into the tablet. Runes. They're runes. That's how it works. And I'm gonna read it. As you look closer, the writing vanishes. Odd. What a peculiar bit of magic. I suppose. You step into the castle. The floors are filthy, and the air smells of rot. There are tracks of feral beasts in the muck on the floor. The floors and wall are scraped. Really? There's a single wall? Okay. You'd think that it's the floor and the walls are scraped with slashes, and there are splashes of blood everywhere. When the castle was abandoned, there was a massive battle. No enemies. No rats. I say rats. Pests. Of course, pests are freaking dragons, as we saw. I mean, if the things that we have seen... Also zombies. Yeah, pests. I mean, it makes sense that... Ooh, that's diamonds. 80 gold for diamonds. Which is it, I think. Okay, so get a little bit of damage over there. It makes sense that they wouldn't know exactly what it is that they would be fighting. Because... Or that we would be fighting, because we're the ones doing the fighting. Because, of course, they weren't here. Okay, it worked out. We actually made it over here. We got a little bit of a block there. Please don't miss. We didn't. And, we should have an easy time. Maybe. Ooh, 1 damage. There's another one coming. We got another thing coming. No, don't autofocus. What the heck is that? I don't want that ever. Ever. Arr. Autofocusing cameras are... They do throw me off so much. In any game. It's... I mean, sometimes they only happen every once in a while, and they can be predicted. But it's the unpredictability of a camera that auto-rotates and whatnot that can be very nauseating. Disorientating for sure, but also nauseating for sure. Speaking of... Well, not nausea. We got some scorpions in here. I literally was trying to make a reference to the band after that, because I made the you got another thing coming. Actually, I don't know whose band that is. Or whose band? It's not really whose band that I want to say. Which band it is. Let's try this. Okay, that's an evasion, which is sort of sucks. Scorpions, I can't remember any song right now, so that's why I failed at the reference there. But the point is, what I was wondering out loud, unrelated to the game, that you got another thing coming. I would say accept, but I don't think it is. It might be. Anyway, moving on. We got zombies to kill. Zombie is also the name of a band. A very old band. I don't think I've ever listened to a full album or anything. Ooh, nice hit. Can't. So we'll attack with this and get a little bit of bacon. Just, that's good. Huh. A little bit of a pool over here. Am I supposed to think that this is the bathroom? Speaking of bathroom, speaking of what I'm supposed to think, you see these potted plants over there? In The Sims 1, there's a plant that looks very much like that. And I don't know if it actually comes with an expansion or if it's in the base game, but it's like a little birch pot. It's quite big, actually. It's about the size of that thing. That's why it reminds me of it. And it's the same because it's like very desaturated plant, which is honestly my favorite type of plant. Unless they're flowers, in which case, I suppose not so much. This was the main dining hall of Castle Andesite, meant for glorious banquets, not the rubbish banquets that they do on the other dining halls. Now it is a ruin. The carpet is torn and stained, and stained is probably the least problem with it. And the expensive hardwood table is covered with gouges. You find that you aren't the only woman, the only humans here. After all, when you enter, several armed looters step out from behind the pillars. One of them snarls.
You're after the treasures here, eh? No luck. This is our claim, and we'll claim your gear as well.
Oh no, they're claiming it good. Okay, well, Mr. Castle Looter, I propose that I might steal that friend of yours over there. There we go. So that's gonna stop that one from moving first. Still, also another thing is I want Haven's Might, and so that's how you are gonna spend your mana. We gotta boy, the hit that I don't like. So I want to go over here. So I sort of want to go over there. Oh no, that's Charmed. Okay, so I definitely want to go over there, so I can start with the Whirlwinds pretty soon. And then we have what is eventually gonna be. Let's attack you here. I'm gonna use Terrence for healings. What was that? Okay, blessing, but didn't. Oh, it applied the blessing even on the Charmed. That's cheating. That is unfair. There you go. That's what you get for your blessing. So I can't attack you, which is a bit of a shame. So let's attack that guy back there. Interesting. Okay. Curious. We might be able to kill that one. Stunned on their own. There's 3 of them over there, which is really nice. So I'm going to attack over here for an evasion. A shame. A hit. Bloodletting. 18 damage. Get that over there. Good. Critical for 26. And we go first. Unfortunately. Oh, bloodletting might actually kill them. Let's see. I want to attack you. Oh, that was... There we go. That was a waste. Death all over. Death! It's another bend. Ow. Very influential, important bend as well. And there we go. Now you do the healing wave. And how much energy do we recover? Only 1. I'm sad. So these guys were trying to steal all the things. What things were they trying to steal? 36 gold coins. Because they're silver. Yeah. It's, they were risking their neck for nothing. Or for very little. So we have the stairs that go upstairs. That's how stairs work. Well, I guess they can go downstairs as well. And we have other areas, and I just don't know if I should go there first or should just clear things out over here first. The door is locked, and you don't have the key. And we got a huge lizard. Okay, Mr. Huge Lizard. I must kill you. Oh, you evaded like a jerk. So switch. That's Mario over here, so I'll be able to pull and attack. This is interesting. It isn't, actually. It's bad, because we can't go over there. So I'm just going to go over here and attack you. And then you can do an ice wave, but it's sort of pointless. Let's do poison. It hit that one as well. That one is probably going to die. That leaping lizard is a concern. They're also very weak, apparently. I don't think I can get you. Block damage. Yeah. Evasion. And block damage. Really lucky we didn't take damage. And we won't take any damage. Now, I need to do damage here. And I need to do damage there. And then you do the whirlwind. Kill both of them. We press F. And our energy is back up. And our episode is out. Because we're out of time. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Quinn's Wish. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.